I couldn't believe, how easily manipulated some people are. And I tell you, it's like we're living in a different galaxy here. And I see that there's a bit of, fake news out there by the biggest news companies that you can even think of. And I'm thinking, wow, it's so obvious. And other people are buying it hook, line, and sinker. It's crazy. So this post was basically saying, why would you possibly trust a couple discredited doctors and discredited scientists when the vast majority of scientists agree on exactly what the mainstream media is saying? And I'm laughing to myself, like, as if the, mainstream, as if these scientists and doctors have never been paid off.
Show me the money.
Show me the money!
Want to hear about a discredited scientist? Do you want to hear what happens when you have an opinion or you have evidence that goes against the underlying narrative of what's going on? Let's talk about Tyrone Hayes for a second, okay? Let's talk about Tyrone Hayes. Have you heard about him? If you haven't, you're going to want to stick around for this. So when a multi-billion-dollar company came along and wanted to sell and start producing, manufacturing a brand new chemical, and by the way, all agrochemical companies today, all of the biggest ones, IG Farben, Bayer, DuPont, Monsanto, etc., they're all descendants of companies that specialized in chemical and biological weapons. That is 100% true. Look into the Vietnam War. Agent Orange and the other one there, Napalm, were created by these companies that are now making pesticides today. If that's not eerie, toss that aside. And continuing, they hired a guy named Tyrone Hayes to study the effects of their chemical atrazine. It was determined through his test that it reverses the gender of frogs.
Which, by the way, he referred to me as a pesky amphibian. To which I reply, oh yeah?
Okay, complete endocrine system damage, has very harmful effects throughout the digestive system of these frogs, the brain function, etc. Total cognitive impairment from this chemical. What happened? He got discredited. When he blew the whistle, he broke the non-disclosure agreement and he blew the whistle, went public, said this thing is toxic, and they publicly smear campaigned him. And in court, it came out that they tried to go after his family, his wife, his kids. They tried to find any dirt they could on this guy to see if there's anything that they could use to discredit what he had found out and discovered about this chemical atrazine. Now, I want to tell you something. This is the dirty dog, okay? These corporations, and they have a humongous pull in the mainstream media, so you really got to question everything. Now, I'd be lying if I said, not many of us, thankfully, have ever been exposed to atrazine. The truth is that atrazine is in almost all of commercial agriculture when it comes to greens, lettuces, kales, any, red leaf, this, that, cabbage. I mean, they even spray some apples with it. And this is the chemical that he tried to get out the word that, it's toxic, don't use it, and they kept spraying it. And this disrupts the endocrine system. This caused guys to have lower testosterone levels? Yes. Could it cause women to have completely altered hormones? Of course. Some people believe that this could be a part of an intentional alteration of human consciousness, because if you alter the hormones, you alter the consciousness of the human being.